We have spent a lot of money so far. We have spent just about the same amount just to fill our house that we spent for the entire tiny house. Hi YouTube, it's Cori from Pat and Cori's South Island Tiny House. I'm here in my tiny house and I've got a blueberry ale homebrew. Absolutely delicious. And today I'm going to talk to you about our new house build budget. Oh, for those that don't know, we're building a regular sized house right next to our tiny house, which I'm in right now, that we built ourselves and we've been living in for 6 years. But the time has come to move out and to move into a bit of a bigger space. So on the same property where we have the tiny house, we're building our big house. So the builder submitted our paperwork for consent on February 13th. Consent was granted to us on March 19th. So that's pretty quick turnaround for the Dunedin City Council. The contract, which I just pulled out, said that the work was supposed to start on the 2nd of March and it was supposed to be completed sometime in June 2020, but the work didn't start until May 9th, which we all know is because of COVID-19. We had a lockdown here in New Zealand. COVID has put us behind a little bit, but things are moving along pretty well now, and hopefully the build will be completed soon, because we have a lot of work to do for the inside. So we have a lot of work to do, and the quicker they finish, the quicker we can get started and the quicker we can move in, basically. So in this video, I'm just going to be telling you what we have spent to date on the project. The first part is what we've paid the builder so far, and the second part is what we've purchased ourselves for the interior of the house. Well, we agreed to pay the contractors a total of $293,000, including GST, and that is to be paid in several installments. So the first part is 10%, that's the deposit, 30% for the consent, 30% once the floor is done, 25% once the building is clad, and the final 5% is owed on completion. So the first 10% we paid was $29K. The 30%, which was right after we got consent back on March 19th, that was $88K, and then we had to do that again, $88K, so we've done that. So we've paid up to 70% of the build has been paid. 25% is soon to be coming once the building is clad. We have an inspection coming up on Tuesday. Once everything's good, they can put the building paper on and then they'll clad it. So that will be $73,000. We're owing that very shortly. And the final 5%, which is due on completion, will be about $15K. So hopefully we'll be paying those last two payments very shortly. So that is what we've spent so far for the build, the actual construction, and what we've paid the builders. And for ourselves, we have spent a lot of money so far. We have spent just about the same amount just to fill our house that we spent for the entire tiny house, not including batteries and solar panels. So that's pretty incredible. The kitchen, we've spent a total of about $6,000. We've bought the steel for the countertops. We've bought the taps for the kitchen counter. We've bought our kitchen sink. We've bought our island fridge and the macro carpet table that we're going to put above it. We have bought our stove and our oven. We've bought our dishwasher, and we bought a range hood. So that came out to about $6,000, which if you were getting a brand new kitchen from a big box store, that would be way, way, way more. So that's why we decided to do it ourselves, piece it together, design it the way we want, and obviously additions and changes will happen once we get into the space. But so far we've spent all that money and we are storing it on our property, which is a lot. Moving on. For the bathroom, we have purchased a sink, a tap, a toilet, our shower attachments, and a mirror. All those things came up to a grand total of about $2,000. So we're looking at about $8,000 just between the kitchen and the bathroom. The biggest expense for the bathroom will definitely be the tiling, and we haven't quite yet found a tiler for that or purchased the tiles, but we know that that's coming up. The living room, we have purchased a couch that was back ordered, I think 16 weeks, the woman said. So hopefully that will be getting delivered once the living room is somewhat functioning and it won't get in the way and we won't have to move it around too much. I also include the side tables for the living room because we are going to make the side tables out of the same steel that we're using in the kitchen. Basically, that steel is just going to be our catch-all for any other additional storage that we need, any additional furniture that we're not purchasing. Basically, Patrick will just be making everything, which is extremely convenient or well chosen on my part to find a husband who can do such things. $700 for the living room that we've spent so far. So our bedroom, all we've spent so far is just on the heaters in the bedroom. So that came out to $574. So those are just some lower skirting board heaters, and one of those is going to go in our bedroom and one is going in the spare bedroom. Some miscellaneous things that we have purchased include the heat pump, which was $2,600. The solar panels, which we were not planning on purchasing so early, just because we knew we needed the money up front for other stuff in the house. But I'm glad we did. We got a really, really great deal. Thank you so much to Graham and Rebecca. A little shout out for them for giving us first dibs on their extra solar panels that they brought from the States. We have installed those, and you can watch the video on how we installed those. I'll put it in the description, or the linky iCard thingy in the corner, so you can watch that. Patrick has also purchased some black paint, some spray paint that he's going to spray the steel after he's finished constructing our counters and our side tables and yada yada yada. We've purchased some locks, so we'll have keypad locks on the door because I am very, very bad with keys and consistently lock myself out or lose my keys a lot. So that will be very helpful for us. And finally, we got some paint this past weekend and painted the fascia boards. When we told the welder we wanted to do all the painting ourselves, I guess he just assumed we meant inside and outside, and we were not smart enough to think of the fascia boards. So I'm glad that he mentioned it to us, and so we were able to quickly get some paint, and we tried to match it to our window and door frames as best we could. So it's kind of got a little, what is it, half-assed theme going on. To date, we have spent $205,000 on the house and $15,000 on additional things for the interior of the house to finish it up. So, yeah, I think we're tracking pretty well. We tried to do our best to look for the best possible deals, to keep to our budget, to not buy brand new, to buy new, used where we could, to build what we could. But yeah, that's basically where we are. We're really excited to see the rest of the build come together, and not so excited to pay for the other things that we have to pay for, but I'm glad that we're doing it all. We really want to get in the house, get out of the tiny house, and move on with our lives. So thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on social media at Cori on Instagram, and yeah, catch us on Facebook. We're at South Island Tiny House. If you have any tiny house questions, please let us know. We will try to do some more tiny house videos. They seem to be the most popular videos that we make, and by popular I mean like 700 views, which isn't amazing, but is good to know. So maybe we'll do a few more videos like that. But anywho, thanks so much for watching to the end. We'll catch you guys the next time. Bye.